welcome back to another episode of Father and Son Corner with Father, Son, bringing back some fancy up in here with our giddy downs, get downs.
Yep, we're back. We're back just like episode 1. We're good.
Yep, these are tradition.
Yep.
You guys will start to learn that real soon.
At least for Father and Son Corner.
Yes.
Because that makes sense.
Yes. And just like last episode, read some of Father's poetry from his high school days.
Yep.
Had a good time with that. So we figured we'd bring some of that back again today.
Yeah.
With this episode. Because that was great discussions between about some history, with Father.
Interesting people, puppy love.
Yeah.
Take your pick.
Yeah. And it was good for.
I feel like we're gonna hit the puppy love today.
Yes.
I feel like I feel like I got lucky on episode 1, so
Okay.
I'm feeling that we're gonna hit some good ones today.
I hope so.
I bet you do.
And then we bring this poetry just so we can talk about life discussions through a father and son's perspective, just to clarify some things, But let's get started. How are you feeling about bringing this back for this episode?
It was fun. It's worth it. That's
Yeah.
what I'll say. It was worth it. Any uncomfortableness or self issues that I have were well worth the conversation, and so I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not from not worried about it. I just think the end result's worth it.
Yes.
So, I
Definitely
guess
worth it.
I guess there's a difference then.
Got to spark these,
Gotta get ready for fancy.
So let's get into it. Let's get started. So the title of this poem, Alone. Alone. Dated back in August 2nd, 1993. So you're about to turn 18 at this time, right?
Yep. About to leave. So probably coming off some puppy love. Yeah, because puppy love was in that spring. And this is what started it. When you found that box and it said Alone 2.
Yeah, Alone Part 2.
And we read it together and I about fell out of my chair.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was the only one you had read before
Yep.
the podcast. So
yeah, now we got Part 1.
where it all began.
Where it all began. All right, so alone. I look for people everywhere I go, and there's so many that I see. Most of them I do not know, nor do they know me. They act as though I'm no good, or that I should be something great. Don't they know I would if I could, but I just have too much hate. As I write down how I feel, it's like it's all just overplayed. Then that in time I will heal, and my dreams will cease to fade. But as far as you know, but as for now, it is not so. My voice hides my angry tone. I do not know when again I will grow. I am lonely to the point of alone. I rocks with that.
Well, I'm glad I made it out of that. That's interesting. That's actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like for the most part, this is how most people feel. You know what I mean? Like, people have all these expectations on you.
Yeah, right.
When they don't know that you're doing it all on your own. You know what I mean? And that you're just figuring life out.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like that. I like your take on it.
No,
I'm positive.
As I'm taking it in, there's a lot of there's a lot of like things I can relate to relate in this. You know what I mean?
Nice. Well, and it's funny because I agree with that because as I'm sitting there listening to it, I'm like, I don't know that all that's changed. I mean, some of it, right? But I think that's probably what a lot of us deal with, like you said, every day. And not just when you're young. I think one funny thing to me is that this reminded me of is that when you're young, you think all this stuff changes. You think adults have it figured out. Well, at least when I was a kid. I don't know about now, but when I was a kid, you felt like adults have it figured out.
Hmm.
You'll shift to this different person at some point.
Yep.
These things that you feel and think will cease to exist as you become, I don't know, normal, right? Or whatever it's considered. And then as you get older, you realize, holy shit, this never changes.
Right.
Like it's the same battle. They were doing the same battle. Just your age dictates nothing on what you know.
Yeah.
20-year-olds know more than 80-year-olds and vice versa. Like it doesn't mean anything.
Hmm.
It's all those things that you thought, you start to realize that they're lifelong.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's a great point. Because yeah, when you're a teenager, you think yeah, grown-ups have it figured out. You're just gonna end up figuring it out one day. But really, those kids that are in high school end up most of the time ended up being the same person
Yep.
growing up.
Well, and feelings around love and relationships and your self-worth,
Yeah.
that doesn't go away.
No.
Right. And I think when you're a kid, you think you're figuring it out. But then, again, like I said, when you get older, no, you're still figuring it out.
Hmm.
You're still trying to figure out relationships. You're still trying to figure out, again, your self-worth,
Yeah.
what are you going to do with your life, right?
Yeah.
As they say. So, or who are you going to be?
Yeah.
And then you get tested on all those things.
Yeah.
So then you decide, okay, this is who I'm going to be. And then life gets in the way.
Yeah.
And then, bloop, at the end, here you are, an
Well, at
adult.
least from when I was in high school, like when you would see people like where the age I'm at now, 24, like you would think that they were grown-ups, that they were, had everything figured out, this or that, but you realize that they're still kids. You know what I mean? Most of them are still kids until they're 30.
Well,
Or
and shit, I know 50-year-olds that act that way. I mean, so yeah, no, it blows it again. It like we said, it's that you have these beliefs when you're a kid that you think will change, and I think one of the biggest things we all learn as we get older is that it doesn't.
yeah,
It just doesn't.
that's so true.
Relationships don't get easier.
No.
Your value system gets tested.
Yeah.
Those things don't change.
No.
You just have more history maybe to hopefully make a better decision or to know what decision not to make. So, but yeah, there's really no difference in life, right? Humans are all just going through the same thing.
Facts.
So,
No, that's so true. No, I
well, I'm
like
glad
this.
we can start with Alone and get that out of there.
Yeah, I mean, Alone Part One. I don't remember what Alone Part Two was about,
I'm sure,
but I'm
sure
pretty
it's
sure
in
it's
there.
pretty similar or like play off of, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hadn't fixed my lonely. What was the last part? I'm lonely to the point of alone.
Yes.
Yeah. So I didn't see an Alone 3 though. I don't remember one. So we get it gets right at some point, I guess.
That's funny. No, that was
Well,
good.
and I'll just say on that, it's an interesting topic in that if somebody's alone, there's two ways to fix that. One is you meet someone, right, that you can let all that go.
Right.
But the other one is you get used to it.
Yes.
Either way, you can say I'm not alone anymore. But it's not like there's one path to fixing that. You may just say become comfortable,
Yeah.
and then you're not alone anymore. But are you? Right. So
Hmm. That's deep right there.
yeah, I got a lot to think about. I gotta go.
All
uh,
right, let's move on then. Let's move on to the next one. We got a few here.
that one wasn't near as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
No. And like you said in the last episode, it was only like a 2-year time span when you were writing all of this.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why most of these are 93 and
Probably, yeah,
94.
probably like 18 months, even after I started thinking about it. So
Yeah.
yeah, year and a half, but all of us feel these.
No, for
That's the
sure.
beauty of poetry, right? And I don't know if people even read poetry anymore, but it's the beauty of a lot of just writings
Yeah.
is that they're not that this. I'm not talking about mine being timeless, but those feelings are timeless.
Yeah. Yeah.
People in the 1600s dealt with loneliness just like people in the 2000s.
Hmm.
Now is different circumstance, different things, and different expectation.
Yeah.
But these human emotions have never changed,
No.
and
No.
it's So why I took a year during a year and a half, I actually wrote them down. I'm pretty sure I've had the same feelings, before, during, and after.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's pretty relatable. So we are in November 30th, 1993.
This is gonna be less alone and more universe.
And you said you had entered college at
Yeah.
this
So
point.
I'd have been in college right now,
Okay.
my semester of education.
Okay.
So which means it's gonna be out there. Break on through.
Break on through. I'm hoping for that. No inhibition. Inhibition.
So have you noticed that my handwriting still sucked back then?
Yeah.
And I apologize on that. My handwriting's horrible,
And I've never
and
been
you
able to read
no,
your
your
handwriting.
entire life. This is not new, but it's pretty funny. But we didn't want to read them.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like,
I see what the word is. Okay. The title of it is No Inhibitions.
oh god, and with how I do my eyes and like that's got to look like it's just a.
The H looked like a B,
Oh yeah,
and the T with the I looked like an H.
maybe that's one of those things as a child, or when you're younger, you think your handwriting will get better because all old people's handwriting
No, it's
is
the
bad.
exact same.
No, it's just yeah. So you're stuck. So anybody watching who's younger, your handwriting's gonna look the exact same in 30 years,
It's true.
and probably get worse. Like not even though I would have said mine got worse, but
Well, you stop caring more when you get older about how your handwriting looks. You're like, whatever.
yeah.
Just get the words on there so I can remember.
Well, and then with your nowadays, when is handwriting even going on?
No, no,
I mean,
exactly.
like at my old job, we used to sign reports, right? And like each morning when I worked in the retail stores, you had to go through and check all these things, and you had to sign off on like 11 reports. And dude, I remember the sheer amount of paper and all that. Now you electronically sign
Yeah.
off on it, right?
Mhm.
You look at it and say, "Yeah, I verify this to be true." Um, I got real bad during that because you were throwing your signature out, geez, 25 times a day.
Right. Yeah.
And it just turned into it
Yeah.
because you're just over it.
Yeah. Just get it
Yeah.
done with.
Yeah.
Quick and easy.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then technology is taking away a lot of handwriting needs. Especially if you're trying to like send it to somebody, you're not writing something to send it to somebody professionally or
No. And that was even true when I was your age, like or before. Your great grandma, my grandma, she used to say that to all of us. I never get any letters from you guys. She never said you called. She'd be like, I never get any letters.
Yeah.
And but I think back on it, that means it's different. I mean, obviously a handwritten letter is different than a text or an email.
Yeah.
I think that goes without saying, but I don't think any of us have written a handwritten letter or text or a note.
No.
Even knowing that,
No.
none of us do it.
Well, you don't really have to put it in the mail anymore. Like you could just like.
This is the whole deal,
Yeah.
But then I think about the value if I was to receive a handwritten note from you or someone else. You know what I mean? Or you vice versa. You know what I'm saying? There would be a power in that because even more because you never see it.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I mean, yeah.
Well, no inhibitions. Let's get started. Walk with me under the sun, and soon you'll find what you desire. Animals, birds, and the common man, lighting their own fire. Wants and greed run rampant as the sap slowly climbs the tree. Once it's there, it won't leave, so continue the path and let it be. Words and prayer need not adjust to condone what you have done. Waters flow like you can't stop, golden or girded, you are the one.
I'm pretty sure it's gifted.
Gifted?
You might want to redo those last like 2 lines.
Let's redo those last 2 lines.
It's the handwriting. It's not your.
Just
it's
real
not
quick.
your.
Just real quick on the last line. I know you need your glasses, but real quick.
That's new. I'm going bifocal today.
Read the last line. Does that say girded or gifted?
That says girded. Jesus, Look, I'll give you credit on reading any of that. I think she. What was it? What were the last two lines again? Because I think they sounded okay.
No, I liked how it was flowing. So let's get it. Okay. Words and prayer need not adjust to condone what you have done. Waters flow like you can't stop. Golden are gifted. You are the one. That's deep. I don't know how I feel on this one.
More about life, not about loneliness or
Yeah.
or love.
No. All about
It's actually pretty positive.
pretty positive. Seems like you're trying to get better.
I was seeing in episode 1 from with my mental health. You mean? That's not the mental health fight. No, true.
Yeah.
You can see, and it's more of acceptance.
Yeah.
There seems to be an acceptance in there of this is where I'm at, or this is where we are as humans, or as I am as an individual, and what are we gonna do with it? It's kind of that vibe going on.
Yeah. And I'm noticing too these poems are a lot shorter than the last ones. In the last episode. It's like half a page. The other ones are a full page at least.
Huh.
I don't know if there's a reason for that. I'm not asking if there is.
Mother Nature, much more succinct. Loneliness and love. So it is the same. So it's the same as it's always been.
Honestly.
When you talk about feelings,
We're
it's
getting
about
in touch
yourself.
with every emotion.
It's a blah blah blah. But when you're talking about like the universe, it's bang bang bang. Look, I got a point to get out. Boom. Earth.
That's funny. Well, yeah, I like this one.
Nice. Yeah, a little more. You could almost feel a transformation occurring.
Yes. Yes. Let's see what happens in the next one.
I'm sensing backwards.
Well, it's starting to go in order now too. Now this one we're in January 24th, 1994. Last one was in November of 93. So it's going in order.
I'm officially a college dropout right now.
Oh.
Yep.
So when you should have started turning these into songs. You know what I mean?
In my box, there's songs I wrote in there.
Really?
Aside from these, there is. I
wish I found those.
Oh, God, I hope they're not in there. I still remember one of them. I don't know what that
you can
was.
sing it if
yeah,
you
no, we'll go ahead and
careful.
But I did.
Feel free.
There was me and who was it? I don't know. We wrote a few songs because we were gonna learn instruments. It's funny. We didn't know how to play anything, but we had ideas.
Yeah.
And we had my rock band name when I was younger was gonna be the Spines. I'm sure
okay.
Yeah, that was mine.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I just remember that now. Don't know.
The Spines. Okay.
If anybody needs a trumpet player.
So you guys had ideas on what you guys wanted to learn in the instruments, but you guys never ended up doing it?
Yeah. Like I could tell you who said they were going to learn how to play bass.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who said they were going to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody could sing, so somebody had to figure that out. But it was also during grunge, right? That was like Soundgarden and Nirvana, Alice in Chains. So it wasn't like you needed to have a great voice at the time. You know what I mean? It showed that you could have a unique voice.
Right.
Versus like a classical voice.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and I played piano right when I was younger. So I think I'd thrown that out there too.
Gotta have that in a band.
Well, yeah, you turn it into maybe electronic bass, where it's the bass guitar, but it's just it's just
Okay. I rocks with that.
Yeah, maybe. God, I hope those songs aren't anyway.
Well, title of this poem, you put it in quotes. It's called "The Beginning of Right."
It's about the Civil War.
Interesting. Okay.
So I remember this.
Okay. The beginning of right.
I went through a phase where I was reading all the Civil War stuff.
Right.
Not just the books. Like there's some book across 5 April's, something like that. I can't remember, but we had read it
Mm-hmm.
in high school, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd come back and I got into that a little bit, and I was trying to read like different books from around that time,
Mm-hmm.
not just the ones that they fed us in school.
Hmm.
And I remember, not to say this sums it up, shit, 40 years later, it's probably wrong, but I do remember that.
Okay. Interesting. So this one isn't about your feelings. This one is just
It's about, yeah,
okay.
Civil War.
Let's see what we can get into here. The beginning of right. In the spring, a foul wind blew, and when it came, no one's friends. Why it happened, everyone knew. This was the beginning of the end. Blacks and whites turned into red, while families were torn apart. The agony swirled in the head. The pain struck at the heart. In order to live, you're shot, you soul. In order to live, you shot your soul. And with it one of the young, the guilty conscience was out of control. As the battle hymn was sung, over and over you were to kill. To make our country correct, the cause would be that of racial. Young men's deaths would be the effect. 5 years later, in a different spring, peace again would cover the land. There was no slave and there was no king, only the sound of a newly freed man. Ooh, I like that one. Hell yeah. It just told the story about basically what had happened throughout the whole Civil War. Literally.
Yeah.
I mean,
Overview,
yeah, I mean,
right?
in the
A
spring.
17-year-old's overview.
Yeah, right.
From fucking Billings, Montana.
Hey, not bad, man. Not bad,
Not a
Dom.
lot of, man, naive though, thinking that it had been fixed then.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, different take on that one.
That's a different take. No, I like that. Gets you thinking.
I feel like if I could go back, I should. Well, not that I'm one of those people, but the ones about other people are better.
Okay.
Lloyd's was better.
Yeah.
Well,
That was
who
a good
knows?
one. That
I
was a
don't
good
know.
one.
I don't know what's considered
No,
good
I
poetry.
agree.
I don't know. I have no idea.
No, for sure. I mean, I don't have much to say on this. It was just a nice little poem. I rocks with it.
Nice.
Cool. I think there's one more, like one or two more. Let's see what the next one is. See what
Man, that makes you think about like shit we gotta go do right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's let's go.
No, and that
But
was a
anyway,
war
yeah,
going
like,
on in America,
fucking
and it was like a lot of stuff
But
you just had to deal with all the time.
yeah, but even when I think about that now,
Yeah.
it applies now.
Yeah. It does.
It applies now.
It definitely
A lot
applies
of
now.
work. A lot of work to do.
A lot of work to do, for sure. Well,
Which means also, I think here comes some loneliness. Maybe I was smart way back when I put these in order and was like, I'll give him one of these. And
yeah.
ooh, pretty emo. Let's throw in some of these others that they're a little bit, who knows?
Well, they seem to be going in order just by the dates you wrote them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because now we're in March 20th, 1994.
Oh, we're getting late.
So it's like
This'll be
almost a
interesting.
whole year later.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so a year before this one, heartbroken.
No, I know. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I hope this is about like a girl or feelings, just so that we can.
It looks like you're about to take a positive route here because the title of it, Leaps and Bounds. Also in quotes.
Okay. Doesn't ring a bell yet.
Leaps and bounds. We meet so many people as we travel on our way. Some we know for years and years, and some for only a day. How much time we spend with them seems to matter not. I've known for not too long and I think of you a lot. I'll know you for now for a while, and then you will be gone. I want to meet you another time. Hopefully, it won't be long. I don't think you realize what you've done for me. Hope, hope was only an animal. Hope was only minimal, and faith I couldn't see. I forgot there were girls to whom would be true. I forgot there were girls out there just like you. You opened up my eyes and showed me I could find a girl who's intelligent, beautiful, and kind. Aw.
I just remember. I know who that's about.
Nice.
Some of our high school friends brought back some of their friends,
Okay.
like from college,
Okay.
and this was one of those girls. I think she was from Portland or Seattle.
Did you show her this poem?
Oh God, no! I probably gave it to her.
Oh, okay.
But well, half, and then that's kind of my game, you know.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
this is how you were
Yeah.
pulling the chicks back in.
It some
Really?
dude. There was actually
You just whip out a poem on them? Like, wrote this for you last night?
I
Just thinking about you.
I did do some of that. I didn't have any money and my car was shitty, so I guess you had to bring it in somewhere.
No, I'm that's funny.
Uh, yeah.
So, but would you write like a copy? Because how do you have this original one?
Oh yeah, I always kept them.
Okay, okay.
If once I wrote it, if I was gonna give it to somebody,
Yeah, you'd
I'd
rewrite
rewrite
it.
it.
Okay.
And I'd add my game. You know, couldn't sleep last night.
Exactly.
Busted this one out for you.
Yeah.
I actually had friends before who you've met.
Yeah.
You've met
Mm-hmm.
a couple other people even where there were times we were out like smoking and drinking. This was before, like when we were still in high school. And I remember somebody had screwed up and their girl broke up with them. And I was like, all right, what's she like, man? What's she like? You call her a name?
Uh-huh.
Okay, what do you guys do together?
Uh-huh.
What do you feel bad about? You
Okay.
know? And dude, I wrote one out and be
Okay.
like, boom, there you go. And they gave it to their girls. And those ones I didn't write down because they weren't mine. I remember doing that multiple times. Like even little like four lines that somebody could put like on flowers.
Okay.
Like, you know, like a rose is a red, whatever. But bing, 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 bing. There you go, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was some of that going on. So it wasn't just my feelings.
Right.
There was game in there.
Yep.
I bet I got laid off a poem.
Nice. If you did, mad credit.
So that's interesting. Changes the whole dynamic of all like my senses. You know what I mean? It's pretty funny. This conversation probably makes all. But that wasn't the purpose, I
Yeah.
guess. But like, dude, you write that for a girl and it sounds good.
Honestly,
you
yeah.
have to share it.
No,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I was thinking about. Because I'm like, okay,
how do you not?
if I was gonna write this for my girl, yeah, or a girl that I'm like just like
Digging?
hanging out with
Yeah.
or dating or whatever, and
There's
I was like,
some that were
and I'm feeling it. I'm like, I think she would like this. Gotta show it to her. Or
Yeah.
everyone. That's
Yeah.
even better.
Well, and shame's never been part of my game, so read this. You know what I mean? But even on ones where it wasn't like romantic,
Mhm.
if I wrote it about you, you probably were given the option to see it.
So did you give Lloyd his?
No.
Gotcha.
I'm wondering if Lloyd could fucking read, man. Knowing what I know now about education and illiteracy and things like that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No,
we can't go back to Lloyd though. That screwed up our time on episode 1.
for sure. We won't go back to Lloyd. That's in episode 1 if you guys want to
Do it again.
hear that conversation.
I feel you, Lloyd.
Let's read one more.
One more.
We'll wrap it up.
That last poem, what did you say the name of it was?
Leaps and bounds.
I think her last name sounded like Bounds.
Okay. Interesting. Nice. It's a little wordplay.
I have a problem where I can't forget anything my entire life of everything. So
Right.
I'm pretty sure she was from Seattle or Portland. I'm pretty sure her last name had something to do with Bounds.
Interesting.
She was
Okay.
cool.
She's cool. Well,
And I don't know that I even wanted to get together with her. It was more of a, I forgot there's really awesome ladies out there
Mhm.
who are smart and funny
Mhm.
and attractive
Mhm.
and driven.
Mhm.
That it was a, hey, just remember, there's some of us out here. You know, it wasn't like us driving to where she lived and try or anything.
Yeah.
But she was a great, great person
Yeah.
in a very short amount of time. I mean, I still remember her now, and I probably hung out with her for, I don't even know, weeks. Like you know,
Well, and there's
or
reasons why you hang out with people in general is because
Yeah.
you respect how they carry themselves in this certain
Yeah.
way, or you just want to be around them because good energy or
Exactly.
whatever the case.
Yeah.
You know. So.
And she was sweet. I can still remember she was sweet and funny,
Mhm.
caring,
Mhm.
but got it done.
Mhm.
And then on top of all that was very attractive.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was like, that's fuck.
And she was like that at a very young age, so she's probably
And yeah, and like we were talking about, do you really change that much?
No.
Right? As much as we change, do you?
Right.
So, yeah. Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So she's probably in a good place now.
I hope so.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. Wish you the best.
Well, so now we're in next month, same year, the 17th.
I fucking killed this thing.
Dang. It's taking monster hits probably.
Just sitting here, just listening and feeling the flow.
A statistic is the title of this one. A statistic. So maybe that's like, okay, I don't want to be this, or, you know.
Statistics, being considered a statistic usually isn't positive.
Yeah, it's not a positive thing.
Ever.
Usually.
Right? Like
You don't want to be
who
that.
wants to be a statistic?
No. So
that's
what
like,
I'm.
well, like we all have that filter or that spider sense when you're being treated like a statistic.
Yeah.
You know when you're being treated like a number.
Yes.
Right? We all do. And we know, and you don't like it. I don't know that that's what this has to do with. But in general, when I think of me or people feeling like that automatic, it's like, you know, it makes you think of the government. Like, you know, you're a number, or large corporations. You're just one. You're one of 10 million,
Exactly.
man.
You're just another.
You're one of 400 million.
Yeah.
You know,
Who wants to be called that?
You're one of, and it removes your name. It removes your.
When literally,
you know,
science says nobody's the same in any kind of way at all.
We talk about this.
Everybody's
a lot.
original.
There's no two individuals the same.
Nobody's the same.
Both agree with that.
Even if you're identical twins, you guys have something different.
There's no two.
You guys have different
brains. There's no
brains.
two exact humans.
No.
It's impossible.
Nope.
So the very definition of being a statistic goes against what you just said. I mean, it's counterintuitive.
Exactly.
It's very interesting.
So that's what this title is making me think of.
Yeah, so I'm gonna guess same as you.
Okay.
Probably not juiced about that.
No. Oh, okay. So let's kick it off. Look at me in ways of wonder and predict only me, only my demise. Hide the motive that you're under, and torn at the sound of cries. Warping the truth is now a career for those who were led astray. The river led me nowhere but here, and it's here that I shall stay. To change now, I submit to you and the people for who you work. I'm happy if I'm not true, and your kind can go berserk. Don't force me to do what isn't me. Let me be the one to pick. I changed myself just to see, and now I'm only a statistic. Ooh. That was.
So we were right.
Yeah, exactly what we're talking about. Literally.
Dude, that shit's more applicable today than it was then.
Talking to the man here.
Yeah. And whether that's the man,
yeah,
or
the government,
societal norms,
or that's it,
or just the who knows? That could be a lot. That can be a wide range of things.
Hell yeah, no, I like that. I can relate to that heavy for sure.
I like that one too.
And how you capped it off was dope, because you rhymed it.
Yeah, there's some interesting stuff
and
in
it's
there.
the same as the title.
You're I could use your help on the title. You seem to, you know what I mean? You're way more. My titling is rough.
It is. If I had to critique it, that is something you could work on back in your
I
younger
feel
days.
that. I feel that. And
Well, and then
some of my content, my handwriting, there's a lot to work on if we're going that route. And I'm open to that. That's okay.
yeah, yeah, it was short but to the point, and not much more needed to say. I mean, I rocks with that.
Can you get like the image off that?
I get the image of that. I get it.
Nice. Once again, not about love, not about loneliness,
No,
short and sweet.
just about life and what's going on.
But
But
I
short
don't know,
and sweet.
maybe higher quality. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, that, you know what I just thought of? Maybe that's just my comfort level.
Yeah.
When it's not around those two, I'm like, hell yeah, that's a great poem. Just naturally, and actually, now that I think about it, I think I've just been applying a complete
That's probably true.
defensive mechanism filter on my own. So that's me. That's me pushing out.
That's funny.
That actually has nothing to do with the content, probably. Yeah.
No,
Nice.
yeah, no, I think we should cap it off there. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hit. That was first off. It was fun going through my poetry with you.
Yeah.
So thanks for that.
No,
That was a good idea, and that was fun.
That was fun for sure.
Um,
Got good discussions out of it. I feel.
and the stack. I mean, we'd be here for a year. I'm sure the people don't want that.
Yeah.
I'm excited to
There's
move
a
on
lot
to
of-
aliens and other things. You know,
Yeah, for sure. We got to bring that next episode.
that's right.
Some alien talk.
Definitely,
For sure.
definitely.
Some-
Yeah. Let's get into the easy stuff like origin of life.
Yeah.
And
Some-
are we alone?
Yeah. Some conspiracies.
Why are we here?
Yeah.
What's our purpose?
Yeah, for sure.
Is there more? Get into the lightweight stuff.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
absolutely. Well, hope you guys join us for our next episode. Be well.
Tupatu.